All right. What if I did the original intro again? The original 7th Hour Films intro again with the curtain and shit. Do I even have those still? I have no idea. Let's find out. Hey guys, Alex from 7th Hour Films back again with Breaking Bad for the final episode of Breaking Bad. Last time on Breaking Bad, we had Granite State, the penultimate episode where Saul has hightailed it out. He is on his way to Nebraska, and I doubt we're going to see him in this episode. Let's see. Todd was tying up some loose ends, specifically with Skylar, but basically just instilling fear in her instead of killing her, at least. Walt has been relocated to New Hampshire under the name Mr. Lambert. We have now reached the Denny's future. Let's see. We had Jesse try to escape from Todd, but that didn't work, and so because of it, Andrea was killed. Walt tried to send $100,000 to Flynn, but he did not accept it, and Walt was about to turn himself in when actually on the news he saw Gretchen and Elliot, and he was basically spurred on to come back, basically. He's not going to go quietly into the night. He is going to make one final stand, which I believe is that's basically where we're at this episode. And it was actually interesting, last episode was like, oh, Heisenberg's back for one last run, and then, that episode finishes, and then I woke up this morning, I was like, oh man, this is the last episode of Breaking Bad. And then I thought, oh, dang it, man, I feel like we need 3 more episodes, because it's like, oh, we're about to start a new thing with Heisenberg. It's like, nope, this is it. After this episode, it's over. Granted, we are going to be watching the movie next week. However, I believe the movie is kind of separate. At the very least, it's more sequel. I don't think it's the actual finale. I think this is it for the series Breaking Bad. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. This is pretty crazy. I'm going to miss Breaking Bad, guys. I'm really going to miss it. This has been quite the experience, I must say. From when I started watching it, Season 1, Episode 1, in 2016, back when I just started doing stuff on the channel, and that video it's kind of garbage, honestly, but I did that, and then I didn't watch Breaking Bad for a year, and then in 2017 I picked it up and I reviewed the remainder of Season 1, and then it was just last year in 2020 that we came back for a full reaction series to Seasons 2 through 5, and here we are. This is it. This is the end. Honestly, it's always a bit heartbreaking when we lose a show, so but let's try to enjoy it as best we can. Just like always, the reaction link is in the description. So let's go ahead and get into this episode of Breaking Bad. Here we go. Man, that's it. That's the end. Man, to think that in the end, it's like, okay, what's the final obstacle we have to, climb over before the end? Jack and Todd would not have been my guess. I'm honestly, because Todd was only introduced this season, But, I mean, it's just fitting. It's just the last piece of business he needs to do to end it. He's done. Presumably, the blue meth is done. Now, granted, Jesse is out there, but I severely doubt that that he's going to keep going, Now, we do have the movie. El Camino. Maybe it's about Jesse? I don't know. Obviously not about Walt. Maybe it's about Jesse. I'd be down for that, because I love Jesse. I like that the final scene, basically, and not just talking about the cook, but the final scene is, it's between Walt and Jesse. Like, I feel like that's the best. You know, the last thing to deal with, the last thing that he needs to do before he dies, not even really killing, you know, Jack and Todd and, you know, getting rid of the blue meth. Honestly, it was saving Jesse. Because he didn't go there to kill him, you know? He didn't go there to kill him. I can't believe that's it. And I know, it's so weird because it's like, you know, that was the finale. But we still have a movie, you know? So it is just sort of a strange thing, but... Oh, man. It's... Honestly, it's a nice, honest epilogue, you know? Like, honestly, these last 2 episodes have felt more like epilogue than just a true blue finale, you know? This really felt like, you know, tying up loose ends and everything, whereas, you know, like I said 2 episodes ago, after the death of Hank and, you know, everything that happened, and, you know, Walt's, you know, leaving at that point, I was like, okay, the plot is over, and honestly, I am kind of right. Honestly, the show does sort of end there, but these last 2 episodes are epilogues, basically. And that's perfectly fine, you know? That is perfectly fine. It's just very, very interesting. So... Oh, my gosh. Man, I'm really gonna miss Breaking Bad, honestly. And I know I say that after every show. I'm like, oh, I'll miss Death Note and Merlin and Breaking Bad. But I honestly mean it. Every time we do these shows and we get to the end, I'm going to miss it so much. Oh. And that's just it. That's it. Okay. Let's go ahead and hop into the notes. The first thing I wrote down is "Get me home." So that was an interesting, like, plead to God there, you know? Get me home and I'll take care of the rest. You know? Like, I don't know. You could say, like, was he praying to God, the universe, Heisenberg, you know? Like, what was he thinking? Which, honestly, that could be it, because as much as, you know, it's like, oh, Heisenberg's final stand, it kind of isn't. It's more of the last stand of Walter White, you know? It's the last stand of Walter White. So... Okay. So yeah. Get me home and I'll take care of the rest. And it worked. Those cops didn't go there. I mean, you know, it worked out that way, you know? So that was interesting. And I do love, you know, he's trying to, you know, get this car started. And then it's like, okay, so, you know, I was thinking like, oh, well, just go into the visor. Because that's the thing in movies. The keys are always in the visor. And then he just does it. And the keys are right there. Like, are you kidding me? I don't keep... Okay, I want people in the comments to legitimately answer this question. Do you leave a spare key in the visor of your car? Now, if you say yes, you may need to go move that key. But I want you to as much as you can, you don't have to if you don't want to. You don't have to admit that if you don't want to. But does anyone legitimately do that? I want to know. Or do you know anyone that legitimately puts a spare key in their visor? Because that is so dumb, and it comes up in so many movies and TV shows, and that is how Walter White got out of there. The keys were in the visor. I don't do that. I have a key, and that's it, you know? Oh my gosh. So, it's just something I'm legitimately curious about. Anyway. Gretchen and Elliot. Okay, so at first I thought, like, okay, he's going on his, weird victory lap or something, and I thought, oh, is he going there to kill him? Or to kill them? And it's like, oh, maybe he's showing off how much money he's made, and it's like, no, he's there to use them, which is clever. That was very, very clever of using them to give the money. And I like that he mentions, like, it's, what was it in, I don't even remember what it was, some sort of a trust that, basically it's something I would imagine that Flynn could never deny, basically. So that's how he would make sure that he got the money, he and Holly, presumably. So yeah, and it's, you can use it however you want. Hopefully it's towards a college education. But yeah, that was very interesting. And, at first I was like, okay, is he really just banking on them doing this? Like, I don't know. But then it's like, oh my God, he has hitmen. And it's like, okay, yeah, that's how you can, scare them. Now I was thinking, it's like, oh, I had $200,000 left over. I gave it to the best 2 hitmen west of the Mississippi. And I thought, $200,000 got you, like, people that will stick with Gretchen and Elliot for, like, a year? Really? And there's 2 of them, so I was thinking, like, $100,000 each. So you paid $100,000 to make sure that they were followed for you. I was like, that doesn't make any sense, but okay, I'll go with it. And then the reveal that it's Badger and Skinny Pete, that is so hilarious. Because, yeah, it's like, would he actually do that? It's like, honestly, this is Walt grasping at straws, basically. Like, he is on his own, left to his own devices, and he can't pull out the really big stuff. He can't pull out hitmen. So instead, he just he has to hire Badger and Skinny Pete. I love that so much. It's so nice to see the 2 of them again. But yeah, that is so amazing, That's so amazing. So yeah, that was really, really funny. But it got the job done. That did instill fear in Gretchen and Elliot. And the 2 of them will make sure that money goes to Flynn and Holly. So I like that. We did have the thing, it's like, oh, how is blue meth still on the market? And originally, it's like, oh, could it be Jesse? And, at first you think, oh, he's going to think that it's Jesse doing it alone. But no, he did, he obviously figured out that it was Todd and Lydia using Jesse, basically. So that was very interesting. And he did get to them. Not only did he, secure that meeting, even though they were thinking, okay, well, we'll just put him out of his misery. He knew, okay, I'm going to have to go there and kill all of them. And also on top of that, he used the ricin on Lydia. Man, how long have we had that ricin, man? Like, this is just insane. Like, I'm really trying to think, like, how long have we had the ricin? Like, that's... I'm trying to... That's gotta be season 3 at least? Maybe either season 3 or sometime in season 4, Like, at the very least, well, we've had ricin from the beginning. Which actually, is this the first time we've had a successful ricin kill? It is, isn't it? Because they were going to use it on Tuco, but that didn't work, and then Hank was the one that took out Tuco. Fuck, thinking back on that, remember Tuco? God, that was so long ago. They were going to use it on Gus, but that never worked. Jesse thought Walt used it on Brock, but he didn't. It was Lily of the Valley. And then he kept the ricin until now. This is the first successful ricin kill of the entire show. That is incredible. So yeah, that's the first successful ricin kill is Lydia, and it's brilliant. When they say, like, when Marie is like, oh well, he might think he's a criminal mastermind, but he's not. Yes, he is. And we've said this for so long, ever since pretty much the death of Gus, when we were like, look, like Gus as the brilliant, kingpin he now has a successor in Heisenberg. Heisenberg is the villain, he's a super villain. He's brilliant, So that's the thing, is like, yeah, he is brilliant. He knew that if he could secure a meeting, they think that they were going to kill him, so he had to kill all of them. And he was going to do that. Kill all of them, and he'd slip the ricin in the stevia, Because that's the thing, with how cautious Lydia is, she is kind of a moron. Like, in certain aspects. Like, she doesn't understand certain things. Like, how did you know we would be here? It's like, we met here every Thursday at 10 o'clock in the morning, every week, for months. I know exactly where you were going to be, you moron. So that's the thing. He knew exactly what to do. And he knew from watching her after all that time that she wanted extra stevia, so he put ricin in the stevia. Oh, that is so brilliant. That is so brilliant. He did get his final goodbye with Skylar, which was interesting. I did like that. And he did give, a bargaining chip, because that's the thing. She has not had a bargaining chip this whole time, which is what Saul said last episode. So giving her the coordinates to Hank and Steve's bodies, that is good. That will help her in her case. Honestly, it did sort of work out, after everything that happened, technically Walt is successful, Technically he is successful because he did get the money to his children. Not all of his money, unfortunately. He was not able to get all the money back from Jack, but it's still, what was it, $9 million? $9 million is pretty friggin' good, So he was able to get that to his children, and which originally didn't. The original was $737,000, $737. So, oh god, excuse me. The original was $737,000. So $9 million is still pretty good, even if it's not the full $100 million. $9 million is very damn good, So there's that at least. And so he is successful in that, when it comes to getting the money and stuff. So, yeah, there's at least that. Okay. We also had He Did It For Me, he did it for himself, which was very interesting. Because, yeah, it's like all this time he says, everything I do for the family. And once again, even in the finale, I don't have a good Walter White impression. It still becomes Richard Nixon. So, that's okay. But he's always said that, and finally today he was like, I did it for me. Because I liked it, and I was good at it. And yeah, honestly, yeah. Because there were several times earlier this season, when it's like, okay, we have a good chunk of money. Why don't we we're out, Mike, they all had their money, and Mike was like, look, I've got my money, and I'm going to pay my guys with my money. You don't have to worry about that. We're good. We're done. But Walt wanted to keep going. He wanted that empire. He wanted all of that. He wanted to keep going. He did not want to stop. And so here he just fully admits it to Skylar. I did this for me because I was good at it and I liked it. So that was really, really good. He finally admitted it. Okay. And then, I feel like we're skipping over some things, but not really, honestly. That was a good reveal of Walt being in there already. Good use of the framing of that pillar, that was really, really good. Oh. So yeah, he gave the coordinates. That'll be her bargaining chip. And then his final goodbye to Holly, and then at a distance to Flynn. It's the last time he saw his children. So, man, oh man. Those cops suck, by the way. This, old, decrepit cancer man snuck by them so easily, is ridiculous. So yeah, but that's the last time he saw his children. And then, honestly, after that is the final fight, basically, that night, where he confronts Jack and Todd, which is interesting. And again, you almost feel like he partially went back. Like, okay, I do think, yes, he went back to face them to make sure that Blue Meth got off of there. But honestly, I do feel like half of it was going to save Jesse, Honestly, because that's the thing. What has been sort of the constant throughout this entire show is Walt does actually care for Jesse. So I feel like half of his motivation in going was because he knew Jesse would have basically been a hostage there, forced to cook the blue meth. So I don't think it was just because, they have my product. He knew that if they are making stuff that was as good as his, then they have to have Jesse. So he had to go save him, basically. And he did. He just completely unloaded on all of them, which was amazing. And Jesse killed Todd, which was very satisfying after a season of that fuck. Jesse killed Todd. That's perfect, because Jesse's my favorite character. So I like having my favorite character kill my least favorite character. That's just amazing. And then that was also interesting, Jack trying to bargain. It's like, look, if you kill me, you'll never get all your money back. And Walt doesn't care at all. It's like, I got enough money to my children. I'm done. Like, he's not fucking around anymore, and he kills Jack. But he did get shot in the process. But he was able to save Jesse, which I like that. At first it's like, what's he doing? But he knocks Jesse down so that Jesse won't get hit by the gun, which is incredible. So yeah, they're all dead, which is so nice, And not only are they dead, but so was Walt. Now, that was interesting. At first, I was thinking, like, oh my gosh, is Jesse going to put him down? Is Jesse going to bring this to an end? But I like how he says that, no. Say that you want this. He's like, I want this. And then Jesse's like, then do it yourself. Like, oh my gosh, that's it. That was amazing. And he's out. He is legitimately out. And him, driving away and, crying and laughing, like, that's it. Because there is no one else. And he heard, because Walt went out there while he was talking to Lydia and talked about the ricin. So Jesse knew it's over. Like, there is literally no one left, There is no one left at all. So, that is just completely it. So, Jesse is out, and he's so happy to be out, Okay. And then I like, very poetic, that Walt goes into the lab, and that is where he dies. He dies in the lab, reminiscing on the lab. That is just brilliant. Because honestly, yeah, when was the last time we had a cook, with at least with Walt, Like, let me check. Let's, no. I mean, it would have been sometime around, episode 7 or 8. So, it's been so long since we've had a cook. And at first I was thinking, like, Jesse was in the middle of a cook. It's like, is Walt going to finish the cook? And it's like, well, no, but he doesn't have the energy. I was like, is he really going to finish the cook while he's shot? But no, he just went in there and reminisced a bit, and then he fell over and died. So that was it. That's it. And at first I was thinking, like, are we going to get anything after? And it's like, nope. The man's dead. The show is over. And yeah, I don't know if we're going to get any of that. Like, maybe any sort of aftermath with the family in the movie. I don't know. They may honestly just not be there. I don't know. I get the feeling that the movie is about Jesse, you know? Because he is sort of the one... He's sort of the one character that is allowed to keep going, you know, whereas everyone else is dealing with other stuff. He is just going, you know? So I would imagine maybe the movie is about him, you know? Which is great. Again, Jesse is my absolute favorite character. Oh my god, but that's it. That's Breaking Bad. What an incredible series. I loved it. I'm going to miss it so much. I mean, if we go back, let's do some reminiscing of our own through the season. Season 1. Oh my gosh. You know what? Because I just looked over it. Yeah, I'm looking at the episodes here on Netflix. I want to read the description of episode 1. I don't know why. Diagnosed with terminal lung cancer, a high school chemistry teacher resorts to cooking and selling methamphetamine to provide for his family. My God, how far we've come. Like, remember just everything, you know? Them, you know, their original cooks in the RV dealing with Tuco. That first time that Walt was Heisenberg, you know? Went in with, like, the exploding crystals and shit. Oh, man. Season 2, you bring in Jane. You bring in Saul. You know, that was them trying to figure out, okay, how do we do this? You know, how do we, get a good distributor? And that's when you get Gus. Season 3 is when Skylar finds out. You get all the tension there. I fucked Ted. You know, that stuff. The end of the RV. And then the tension's building with Gus. Season 4 is just the straight conflict with Gus, you know? All that. Walt trying to figure it out. Trying to figure all of that out. Backstory on Gus, Hermanos, you know, all that stuff. Resulting in the insane end of Gus at the retirement home. Leading us into Season 5. Season 5... keep scrolling off of it. Season 5, figuring out how they do it on their own. You know, the very clever idea, but the tension, all the tension with Mike boiling over to the death of Mike, leading to Hank finding Walt, leading us to the end here. What a ride this has been. A ride that I have been on... Okay, how long? Got emails. Hey, okay. Sorry. Alright, I'm going to look. When did we first do Breaking Bad? What was the date? Where is it? Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, wait, not add it to a queue. Yes. Oh my God. That's back when oh my God. Wow, that's embarrassing. That's back when I had the stupid... Oh, that's back when I had this stupid intro. 7th Hour Films presents and a curtain opens. Oh my God. September 11th, 2016. And today, the day that I'm recording this, is February 22nd, 2021. 4.5 years. We have been doing this for 4.5 years. Not consistently, I will say. But, man, what I started so long ago has finally come to the end. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for watching this. I've really enjoyed it. Tune in. Next week we are going to be back for El Camino, a Breaking Bad movie. After that we are going to take a 1 week break after El Camino, and then we'll be back for whatever show replaces Breaking Bad. Who knows? Maybe it'll be Better Call Saul or something else. I don't know. We'll have to see. But that is basically it. Once again, thank you all for watching. I'm really going to miss this show. So, yeah. With all that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time for El Camino. Take care. Hey guys, it's Alex from 7th Hour Films, and today is a bit interesting, I'd say. But you may notice I didn't do another reaction, and I'm sorry if I am acting a little weird. I'm kind of tired. Is that an eyeball? Oh dear, why is there an eyeball there? No, it's okay. There's just a stuffed animal. Okay! Get her off her back! What are you doing? Wait. No, you're not. Shit. Oh my god.
I fucked Ted.
Guess it was Ted.
Boys, dinner.
Oh shit.
Yes. Okay. Louis?
Yes, please.
Oh my god! You bastards!
We'll just pick up right where we left off.
Oh! No, Victor! Oh, even Middleman is shocked.
Well, get back to work.
That is a straight don't fuck with me again.
You clearly don't know who you're talking to, so let me clue you in.
Oh shit.
I am not in danger, Skylar. I am the danger. A guy
Oh,
opens
fuck.
his door and gets shot, and you think that of me. No. I am the one who knocks.
Oh shit. I am the knight.
Give it to Ted.
You did what?
Jeez. Oh god, he's losing it. Oh god. Oh! What? The kid from before.
No! No! No!
Fucking Todd. Oh my god.
Say my name.
Ugh.
Heisenberg.
Ugh.
You're goddamn right.
Oh! Oh, I've seen that gif before. Holy crap. You're goddamn right.
Made up his mind 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Do what you're gonna do.
things out. I've seen this GIF without any context. He got them both down. Oh my gosh! Oh my god. How it all began. And how it will end. He's dead. Is that just it? That's it. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. If you want to watch all of my Breaking Bad reactions again, you can click on the playlist, you can subscribe if you haven't done that already, and be sure you hit that notification bell. You can support me on Patreon and follow me on social media, links below in the description. See you guys later.